Oh, hey, we're live, by the way.
Hello.
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 How's it going?
Pretty good. How about you guys? Are you guys excited?
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah, we've been pretty excited pretty much this whole week. Like me and Nate are have been pretty much doing daily races for probably the last probably month and a half up to this point.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice. Good stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, feel free to start whenever you're ready. Maybe introduce yourselves and what you do on on marathon runs.
All right, so I guess what we could explain is that we're gonna be starting with with a file that already has time on that already has time, and that's because we have a bunch of these mystical creatures called Gingos in the game, and usually they have like a random permutation. But but we chose for pretty much all the speed runs that we do with Banjo-Tooie to actually manipulate the pattern that we get. And for the bingo, we use a very specific pattern, which allows us to actually have more control over the Jinjo goals. So, without that, do you have something else to say, Nate, before we start?
Should we describe the game differences now or when we're during the race?
Probably during the race, we'll have enough time during the intro.
Okay, so we're good then.
All right. Anybody want to do a countdown?
Sure, I can do a countdown if you guys want.
Okay.
All right.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, then let's go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Well, Darjigi in the middle.
All right,
Okay.
so first we're gonna have our first skip of the bingo, where we're basically gonna be backflipping over a cutscene trigger right there, and that saves roughly 20 seconds right off the bat. And after that, we're gonna be having our first boss fight, and during that time, there's gonna be a lot of cutscenes that we can use to actually look at the card
Yeah.
and see what we want.
And I'm gonna quickly explain the differences between Xbox and N64. Just the main two differences. Xbox is unable to skip text that uses the L button on the N64 controller, but the trade-off is we have a lot more faster loading zones and minimal lag. So that's the trade-off.
Yeah. Another thing that we'll go more over later in the bingos that for bingos, Xbox will not be able to save and quit.
Yeah, because Xbox has its in-game leaderboards, and they don't want you cheating, of course.
Yeah, Microsoft thought it would be a good idea to actually put an online leaderboard that would automatically send your time once you finish a run. And because of that, as soon as the game detects that you use the cheat, well, it just doesn't count you as having a legitimate run, and so it disables saving.
Yeah, we use a cheat called Jiggy Special to open up all the worlds for us. We'll be doing
Yeah.
that in Mayhem Temple.
Yeah, this game would be fairly linear if it wasn't for that cheat code in particular, which allows us to actually skip having to open all the levels that we'll go to in the bingo, and with a because of a glitch that we'll explain later once we get there.
I'm not really liking this card, are you?
Oh yeah, it looks like we have one of these cards.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad one. Yes. I really don't know what to pick.
I think I know what I want to do, on to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Before that, I'm gonna check the rest of the rows, just to make sure that I didn't miss anything in particular.
Okay.
So this jiggy right there, even though like it looks like you can skip it, you really can't. You cannot leave this area before you go visit King Jingling.
Yep, that's true.
There will be an NPC that will just tell you that you need to visit someone before leaving. And here, Nate is probably not going to go through the house that I'm going through right now. And by talking to this NPC, I basically got some goggles that I can use to actually zoom in once I'm gonna be able to enter first person and shoot eggs.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip those goggles. I'm gonna actually do a little jump off the White House over here in a sec.
Yeah. It, like, with what we just described, it may seem like N64 really has, like, is way better than the Xbox, but in fact, like, the versions equalize out, surprisingly enough, because this game is surprisingly laggy. And if you look at every time there's a black screen, it takes like 3 seconds on N64, but on Xbox, it's basically, I think it's 2 frames, the exact count.
Yeah, some are instant, some take a little bit still.
Yeah, and we're gonna be opening the first level soon. We cannot use the cheat code to skip opening to open the first level, because the place where you can actually open that cheat code that opens all the levels is in the first level. But don't worry, we'll make quick work of that.
Yeah. I think I have an idea what I go for, but I'm not too excited about it.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm glad you made our estimate 110, because this could possibly be an hour. Normally we like to aim for like 48 to 55 minutes, but sometimes you could obviously go over that.
Yeah, you can just get a troll card.
Like this one.
Yeah. Alright, want to tell us what you want to go for this bingo?
I'm thinking column 2.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of doing top left to bottom right, to be fair.
True.
So, in both of the... since the cards are generated by using the classic formula of making a magic square with the numbers from 1 to 25, we will have to do some short goals and some long goals.
I think your mic cut out there.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Alright, what I said is that since we use magic squares to generate the cards, we will have short and long goals.
You know.
Right? And here's a glitch that we're gonna be doing. So on N64, you can actually clip in the second level early, and you may be wondering why I did that right now, because I opened the first level. Why would I go there? It's gonna allow me to actually get a move the second level to basically use a faster route through the first level. Oh.
Yeah, meanwhile, I just do the standard first level route.
Actually, never mind. I'm gonna tag this warpad right there. It's gonna be useful later. So this game is pretty big, and the dev definitely made sure that backtracking wasn't a big issue, because they added warp paths that you can use to warp anywhere in the level. I mean, not anywhere, but they're placed around the whole level.
Yeah.
And right now I'm in GGM, Glitter Gulch Mine, the second level, and I do have to get all my collectibles here.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
So
I have nothing really going on here. Just early setup of the bingo. And I think I changed my row, by the way. I'm doing row 5 instead.
okay. Here we're gonna that warp. That warps are really good in this game, since they always put you at the beginning of the level, unless you're under specific circumstances. Oh,
Yeah.
bad. Okay, I tagged this warp pad already. Didn't know if I did or not. We're gonna get a bunch of notes. So all these musical notes are actually used to actually unlock levels, unlock moves. And you probably haven't seen any of them already, unless you haven't learned the game, Nade.
Yes, I have.
Actually, I'm not gonna do this. I don't think I'm actually gonna do DCW in this run.
Yeah, I don't think I am either.
Alright. Well, it's a bit sad, but that's just the way it is. But this is the glitch that I was talking earlier. So we're gonna get. I'm gonna get my second globo right now.
Yeah, so this is the only save and quit that Xbox could do during the bingo, because after that we go straight for the cheat code.
Mm-hmm. And with the globals that I get, I can actually do some stuff right now with this character, Mumbo Jumbo, who's good at doing a lot of spells, and he can only do spells on specific paths that are on the ground, and you might have seen one or two so far. And in this bingo, since I have a goal where I have to use 5 Mumbo pads, I'm gonna be bringing him into the game for a bit.
And just like that, I have one goal done. All white Jinjos.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and if anyone's wondering why my language is weird, it's actually faster for Xbox to use Chinese text. It makes it scroll faster.
Yeah. The reason why Japanese is not used on N64 is that first, Japanese is actually slower, like the text just scrolls slower. But also, there are some glitch that are patched on the Japanese version of the game as opposed to the US version. So here I'm lifting a boulder that contains a jiggy, except I'm not getting this jiggy. It was only for the cutscene that I did that.
And now I'm just now entering the cheat code chamber. I'm gonna be starting my cheat code. You gotta type in Cheeto and then Jiggy Wiggy Special.
Yep. Good thing with this game is that the cheat codes are not that long. If you've ever played the first game of the franchise, Banjo-Kazooie, the codes take forever to type in that game. So we have 2 honeycombs, and I got 2 Cheeto pages. I still have one more of each to get, and I got all my globos in GGM. So I'm gonna be coming back later for this level. since I'm still not gonna be done with this level.
Okay, no more saving quits for me.
So do you want to explain a little bit of what your goals are? Need?
So, my goals are all white Jinjo, which I just grabbed. It's just collecting the one white Jinjo. All Cheeto pages in JRL means I need to collect all 3 of Cheeto's spell pages, and that doesn't take too long. 8 treble clefs, so I need to collect 8 out of the 9 treble clefs, and they give you 20 notes per set. I have to defeat 5 in-game bosses. That's pretty simple. And then I need to collect all Cheeto pages, honeycombs, and globos in Witchy World.
Yeah.
Those are my goals.
And as far as my goals are, I have to do all Cheeto pages, honeycombs, and globos. And by the way, when we mean honeycombs, we mean the anti-honeycombs, those that you use to upgrade your max HP.
Yeah.
So I have to do that both in the second level and the third level of the game. Then after that, I have Mumbo Pads, which I've already explained. Then I have Waldar, who's a boss in a later level, which I'm gonna skip. I'm only interested in the Jiggy. And then my Warp Pads are gonna be in the 4th level of the game.
What's nice about GGM, the level I'm in right now, is you could get speed shoes and use speed shoes for like the whole level basically in my route.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is now a good time to read a donation?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes.
Well, hello, Bingothon community. I'm Lego, and I'm joined by Zet, taking over for Pika and Frick.
And Zonaris. Good morning,
Thank
everybody.
you for bailing me out. Good morning, or good evening, no matter where you are. We have a donation of $5 from Suriname Zero. No comment, but thank you for donating $5 towards Fred Hutch, cancer, and COVID research. And welcome to Banjo-Tooie.
Yay.
So now you're gonna be able to see me pretty much do the first level pretty much in reverse. And I'm gonna be able to skip the Golden Galahad, which Nate had to use because I managed to get Build Drill in the 2nd level, which allows me to break the rock that I used that covered the flight pad.
Yeah, meanwhile, I forgot to free the Saucer of Peril, so I'm doing that now.
Nice. Oh yeah, I guess I do need to do that. I forgot that too, but it doesn't even matter since I have to free CANARY marry.
Yeah, you can do that later.
Yeah.
So now I'm a Detonator, one of Banjo's transformations.
Mm-hmm. And here where you see that there's this door right here, but there's a big gap on the top of this door that we can use to clip past it. And with that, I completely skipped the transformation for this level.
Yeah, they saw me open it with the intended way, so it's nice to see you skip it.
Even though it would be a nice Mumbo Pad for me, it wouldn't be the fastest one to get, considering that I'm already at 2 Mumbo Pads and there's 3 in Witchy World that I'm gonna be using. Ooh, I almost got whacked there. So yeah, I was talking how about I got the goggles earlier. Most people tend to get them pretty much all the time just because you haven't picked your row yet at that point, and most of the time it can be useful, but I think for this bingo it will not be useful for me. That's fine. It's only a 15-second detour.
Yeah. Learning
And
from
now I'm done with my first level. You guys could see how quick this was. Yeah, Zenernik has brought up a good point. You cannot bring Mumbo out of levels, so you would have to talk to him at every level that you want to use him.
Yeah.
So right here, I guess I'm gonna start with collecting a Cheeto page. One of the most out of the way Cheeto page in the level. But don't worry, it will not be the slowest one because we're gonna be in for a journey to get the last Cheeto page in Witchy World.
Yes, it's a pretty long one.
Oh. So right here, we're gonna try to do a damage boost with a torch to actually grab the ledge on the wall. And I got it. And that allows me to get to this Cheeto page without having to go through the entire the area that I was in.
Nice. So as you can see, I have Banjo and Kazooie separated. That's because I learned the move called Split Up. It allows us to take each character their separate ways.
Hmm.
And there's my first honeycomb.
Right?
Hmm?
Getting my first honeycomb in Witchy World too.
Nice. So now I'm going to be transforming into a minivan. I'm gonna use this minivan to get a Trouble Cleft, and I'm gonna open up the Inferno, which gives me access to a Globo and a Cheeto page that I need.
Yeah. Yeah. For Cheeto pages especially, they can take a long time to get, and for one of them, like for the one in we're gonna have to do a mini game, and I think that one probably takes at least 7 minutes by itself. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Can just skip that ledge grab. I failed it there. So, yeah, the gondola trick. So there's this trick that we will not be showing off in this bingo, sadly, because it would not be useful for any of us. That is called where you basically reset between two parts of that cutscene when you press that switch that I just pressed. And what this allows you to do is that you can pretty much warp to any location in the game that has a cutscene.
Yep. And on the Xbox version, since we can't save and quit, our DCW location is restricted to 1. So that's a bit of a downside.
Hmm. You know what? I think I might have forgotten to break defense at the beginning of Witcher World. It's one of these things that is easy to forget, so I'm gonna have to do that
Uh-oh.
on my way out of the level, since I'm gonna be doing pretty much the Mumbo stuff during my my second trip.
Oh, really? You're saving that stuff for later?
Actually, now that I think about it, it's probably better to do it for on my first trip.
Yeah, I would say so. So now I'm taking Mumbo over to power on the Saucer of Peril, which gives us another cheetah page.
Yep.
And I'm going to lower my HP down to 1 for a quick death warp.
I'm gonna do that, but for that I'm press the switch. I'm gonna actually break defense, since otherwise there's no way in. Oh, there we go. Also, here's a funny trick that you can't do on N64. You can just talk to Mumbo from downstairs. It's patched on Xbox.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. And it looks like I'm gonna have to do the Mumbo Walk of Shame in this bingo. Since,
Oh
I mean, I had no point in going there as BK, so it won't be that bad.
no. Yeah.
So since I have to get all 5 Mumbo pads, I'm gonna get 2 extra ones this level after powering on the Sauce of Peril. And after that, it's gonna be my first goal done in this bingo. But yeah, you could see that like the collectibles that we all got, like probably took 1 minute at most to get for each of them, except there's that one Cheeto page that takes so long.
Yeah, I'm about to go do that here in about a minute.
Yep. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be doing that much later in my bingo. Ecom Vocum. Normally you can just hold down there to go back, but I got hit by that enemy there.
Man, I should have done patch, but I don't want to humiliate myself. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go slower boss.
So it looks slow what I'm doing right now, but I had no point going there earlier. Alright. So we're
Nice.
gonna be powering on Dodge and Domes, which is another really, really long goal, or really long mini game. Fun fact, somebody found a skip for the Dodge and Domes today. Like, instead of like having to do a lot of stuff to just activate the minigame and then beat it, you can just clip through the ground with a trick that is precise to like the 10,000th of a unit, in
Yeah,
which you can clip through the ground.
And now I'm doing the mini game for my last Cheeto page. Got to score 400 points for the Cheeto page. But I'm gonna go for as much as I can get.
No. Alright, and I'm done with my Mumbo pad, so now I can just save and quit, and I'm gonna be coming back to this level later.
Nice. Yeah, I'm hearing that again. Like I'm hearing like an advertisement in my ears, and I have no clue where it's coming from.
Oh, that is weird.
I don't have any tabs open, other than my own dashboard. I wonder if I could hear my own ads if I have my stream paused from my dashboard.
Interesting. I have no clue, honestly. It's not an issue that I've seen myself.
Yeah, I've never experienced it either. I'm gonna go ahead and close out of my dashboard once I'm done here. Maybe that'll fix it.
Alright. Meanwhile, I'm on my way to my 4th level in the game. And I'm gonna be able to get all of our pads there. And just to be safe, I guess I'm getting these. So yeah, ideally you would not get ice eggs to actually do what I'm about to do, because it's slightly faster to skip them, but it's just much easier to do it with ice eggs. I'm gonna be doing a trick later in the run with that. I don't need to take the silo.
Your way.
So for my row, I'm gonna need 290 notes. Since I'm gonna need to go for springy step shoes.
You mean 390? You said 290.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah. And we don't need the Jiggy. All we're interested in is the Cheeto page. And that's all my items in Witchy World completed.
So here's time for probably a scary part. So in this level, you're supposed to actually oxygenate the water using Mumbo to give yourself like infinite oxygen. Except we are speedrunners and we are fast enough to actually do what we want in the game without the need of using the oxygenation of the water.
Bro. But Go-Go, you have 5 Mumbo pads. Wouldn't that be faster?
I mean, you would have to walk back as the skull as Mumbo.
Yeah.
Plus, you really don't save any time from doing that.
True. So I'm
So
getting
with that,
now. Sorry. Whoops.
yeah, with that, we barely get to actually get to where we want, where we get Town Torpedo, which is a move that's needed to progress in the later half of the game. But we are not done with the level yet, since we do have to get the 4 more warp pads. There's 5 warp pads in most levels, and this is one of the levels with 4 of them. With 5 of my bad. So they're all gonna come quick right there. So there's one on this platform. You could probably hear it. There's one here.
I have way too many notes. I think I'm good. So this is an optional move that you can get called Wing Whack, and I honestly might get it just to make my life easier.
Oh,
I know
wow.
it's a big meme in the bingo community to get this move.
Yeah. It's usually a move that people get when they want to make a few jumps a bit easier.
Yeah.
Alright. Now time to get my last 2 warp pads, which are in this room right there. There's this one. And then there's the other one on the other side of the room. And then after that, I'm pretty good to just death warp out of the level. Alright, now it's time to just swim into that octopus to actually die. Since I've got no better options to leave the level right now, since you could see how far the closest warp pad is. That's all warp pads in Jolly Roger's Lagoon.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm collecting all these coins, and it unlocks me a Cheeto page in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. There's actually a glitch on N64 called Skew, where you can use your hitbox and extend it through the glass with the Cheeto pages stored. But we actually have to buy it here on Xbox.
Now it's time to go to this hole right there that was inaccessible before this point, since I didn't have Talent Torpedo.
Now it's my turn to swim through the octopus.
Yeah, the octopus really has some strange hitboxes. It's really not because there's like a spot where the tentacles don't move. They do go where we pass, but the hitboxes are just weird.
Yeah, made it through pretty easily.
So with that, I'm getting green potion for Klungo too. Which, by the way, on N64, the potions are actually random, but they are fixed on my bugs.
Yep, we get
I don't-
red, green, and blue.
Yeah, I think I got. I think I got blue then green in this bingo.
Nice.
Green potion is by far the fastest because it, like the the time that it takes for Klungo to go invisible is much faster than any of the other two effects.
Getting trolled by these electric eels.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my newly acquired talent torpedo to get this treble clef and unlock another Cheeto page.
And I'm just about to be done with collecting notes.
Yeah, I'm good on notes as well, but I need the treble clef still.
So with that, we're gonna get these 15 notes and 15 others, and I'm gonna be able to get my springy step shoes. While I'm here, I guess I'm gonna switch to ice eggs. So we came in this level, the 5th level of the game, only for one move, and then we're leaving. So in this level, we're actually going to be seeing two very interesting glitches. So the last move, actually no, the second to last move that I got is called Clockwork Kazooie Eggs. And it can be used to usually collect stuff with like a miniature version of Kazooie, which is the bird of this game. Except we can do some black voodoo magic with this. So we see that we have a window right there. We're actually gonna go through this loading zone as I'm getting hit. And because like the game is programmed for you to regain control of Banjo and Kazooie as like the clockwork breaks, the game gets confused and it basically puts me through the loading zone as opposed to the clockwork, since obviously the clockwork is gone.
True.
And here we have Welder Jiggy. That boss takes forever to actually access. So instead, we're gonna be shooting a clockwork through this wall this ladder right there, and conveniently there's a Jiggy placed behind that ladder.
Nice.
So we have really weird hitboxes, shenanigans right there. And we have the Waldar Jiggy. This is the Jiggy that you would get from beating a boss. And with that, I pretty much only have like my Cheeto pages in the second and third level left to do.
Yeah, meanwhile I have 3 more bosses and some treble clefs.
So now it's time for the time where we actually backtrack to get all the stuff that I missed earlier. In the second level, I missed a Cheeto page and a honeycomb. Actually, I missed 2 Cheeto pages. My God, I could have sworn I saw it there. I guess I'm just blind.
Nice.
Alright, that's fine. Alright. So we have that rock that you're supposed to break with the transformation of the level, which I skipped earlier. And instead of doing that, we basically use a clockwork to slip through the rug to free Canary Mary, this crazy bird woman. And you can see why, like, some of these goals are actually considered long. Like, I'm gonna be doing too many games with this NPC in order to get one collectible.
Yeah. And I'm right now facing off against Chili Billy, one of the two dragon brothers. One's icy and one's fiery, of course.
So with that, it's gonna be my last honeycomb in this level. Actually, I just realized I'm at 5 honeycombs right now. I should be at 6. Which one am I missing? Probably the one in the train station. That would be the best case scenario, honestly. Let me just check. No, it's one on Witchy World, which is less good.
Uh-oh.
Alright. Actually, I think it's the one in Mamba Skull that I missed.
Nice. did you already enter there?
Yeah, I did.
And you just walked right past it?
I walked right past it twice.
Wow.
Alright, time for Canary Mary, and if you don't know what the goal of this minigame is, you need to mash A as fast as possible. Except for the Cheeto page that I need to get, I only need to do the first 2 races out of 4, and they're pretty easy to do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I was planning on getting it as Mumbo, and except I just completely forgot to get it as Mumbo.
Real.
Gonna be a weird ending. Yes, I can see chat.
I can't. I should have.
Oh. Will you be doing both of the bosses in Hellfire Pigs, Nade?
I'm waiting for Chili Willy early.
Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. Normally, you're supposed to use like a move that you find really late in the game to actually beat the second dragon brother. Except you can just do a funny skip, which kills a lot of runs in 100%.
Yeah, I'm just
It
slowly in here. And I'm gonna get recalled up by the dragon's breath. And I was way too early, so I'll give it another go. And we're up.
Nice. Right. And if you're wondering why I'm slowing down at the end of each race, there is just for lag reduction. Alright, this should be my 5th Cheeto page.
So the second dragon brother you face is faster and harder, but it's always the second one, so it's not specific to ice or fire.
Yeah. Something I always found funny is that in the main game replay, the one that... Oh, I guess I cannot go through that, so I'm gonna be going through Witchy World instead. Whoops.
What happened?
Oh, I never did the detonator section. That's a good thing that I'm getting remembered that I have to do it.
Oh, you know what? Nice meme. I only shot 2 fire eggs for the first cycle, so now I have to wait another cycle.
Alright. I just pulled a big meme there. I forgot to actually do the detonator.
Yeah.
Like, usually when you get all Cheeto pages in which you roll, you would do the glitch that allows you to like warp everywhere in the game, but in this row that I just did, it ended up not being good to do that. So I completely forgot to actually do this section right here.
So
Yeah.
all I have left is 2 more treble clefs and 2 more bosses, and they'll be pretty quick. I have
Alright.
3
Come on.
3 more treble clefs, actually. Sorry.
Yep, I can mark all items in GGM as done now. So right now, I would say that I have a Neta scroller that takes 5 minutes left to do, and then I have to get the last honeycomb that I forgot to get earlier. It's not every day that you get to see that second part of the cutscene from Glitter Gulch Mine.
So
Alright.
while we are waiting the end of the run here, which is getting really close to being completed, I just wanted to remind everybody that we are raising funds for the Fred Hutch research, and you all know in what situation we are globally right now, and they are making fantastic research in the COVID sector. So if you want to chip in some donations and help them out, it helps all of us getting through this. Through these times, and don't forget that there's also available prizes such as several pearls, digital copy of Hyrule Warriors, and of course the very favorite of mine, the Bingothon mug. So see if you can't get some of your hard-earned money towards a very good cause. And with that, let's see how this race ends.
Yes, sir. Alrighty. So I just defeated Klungo 2. I have 1 more, which will be Mingy Jongo. This Mumbo Jumbo's evil clone. So that'll be interesting.
Now it's time for the Surf Peril. So there's an Easter egg that there's a one in like multiple millions that all blue targets could be blue, and this is not happening. Imagine if it did happen right now.
Yeah.
So you need 500 to win this mini game, and I'm not shooting certain targets because they're in a laggy place. And since this is an auto-scroller, you can actually reduce lag by not shooting certain targets. Like, just to give an... like, it's pretty easy to just get 500. Like, you can skip a lot of targets and still make it. I think the scoring wall record without, like, the Easter egg of getting all the blue targets is something like 720. How many more triple cliffs do you need?
I'm getting TDLs, and then all I have left is CCL.
Okay. Oh, my bad. I was supposed to shoot that one. That target.
No, don't build your own.
So blue's worth 3, red is worth 1, and green is worth 2. I don't know why I went in. I don't know why I went in this order. Blue for 3, green for 2, red for 1. Nice explanation there.
Yeah. Okay, so this skull is a 50-50 chance to give you good and evil Mumbo, and I was hoping for the evil skull, and I did get it. That's a nice time save.
Nice.
How much longer do you say you have?
I have about 30 seconds of Saucer of Peril left, and then after that I have my honeycomb to get.
Okay. So here I'm stun locking the boss, and he can't move. And that's 5 bosses for me, and all I have left is the Trouble Cleft up top.
Nice.
This is gonna be really close.
Yeah, it will.
I'm gonna YOLO the Zubba, I'm not gonna kill it.
Nice.
I do not need the Jiggy because it's just defeat a boss.
Alright, I'm gonna use the warp pad to go back to Mumbo's goal. Yeah, here it is. Done.
Nice. And the Zubba hit me off.
Oh no, Nade.
Now
Oh no.
I gotta go back and get my last Trouble Cleft. Of course that would happen.
GG.
GG's.
So yeah, you guys could see that I have all my items collected now. Where pads and Mumbo pads don't show up in the main game revel
I just joked.
in the total screen.
Oh well. It's over anyways.
Apparently you lost because of the eyeball plant text.
Yeah, I got the cutscene when trying to go inside the top central cavern.
Oh no.
Well, looks like it came down to the wire. Well,
Yeah, it was
almost.
I'm gonna kill the buzz bomb now, whatever. Now I'm done. Okay. GG's.
GG, that was lots of fun.
Yeah.
Well, thank you too for participating in Bingothon. Any thoughts? Any final words?
Oh, I will definitely say that there will be a bingo tournament starting soon in February, and if you guys want more info on that, I would suggest to go to twitch.tv/banjo-race, all lowercase, no space.
Yep. Or you can join the Banjo-Kazooie Discord. We love new people to come in and hang out all stuff Banjo. So yeah. Other than that, this card wasn't too fun. It was a long one for sure.
Yeah. At least we get to show some of the glitches.
Yeah.
It was definitely fun.
Okay.
Hello
there,
and good day,
gamers.
everybody.
We know life can be a little bodacious at times, but your pals, Lego and Set, are here to provide you some ASMR intermission.
We are always here for you, dear viewers. You are very dear to our hearts. We love you. And as a matter of fact, we at Bingothon, we love all people and we want to help all the people in the world. And we know that you want to do that too. And I just see it. Is it true that somebody just actually did help all the people in the world?
Yes, in fact, we have a donation from Zernicus to Fred Hutch for the total amount of $64 with the following comment: great event and greater cause. Well, Zernicus, I would have to say that that's pretty bodacious of you. $64 for a classic Nintendo 64 game, Banjo-Tooie, and $64 for Fred Hutch, giving us a total amount 16 hours in of $676. Thank you for your support of Fred Hutch in their quest to find and help with the COVID-19 pandemic. Your donation is greatly appreciated.
With a donation that big, you actually qualify for all of the available prices that we have. Remember that we have some amazing prices available with only $10. And I have to say this, the prices, you don't have to donate all of your hard-earned money at once. It is enough if you add up your donation amount through the marathon. It's running until Sunday night in CET time. So as long as your total donation amount stacks up to the amount that the prize needs, you're eligible for the prize. For just $10, you can get a very wonderful, absolutely fantastic Bingothon mug that you can drink from, pretty much like this. Wouldn't you want to have that? That would be amazing. $15 makes you eligible for winning a very cute and a nicely done Cuphead Perler. $20 for a digital copy of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, and there's also second Perler, also eligible at $15 from Link and Zelda. Very cute. You can see an image of the Perlers if you click on the donation button below the stream and then check the prices and check the images there.
You were just watching a Banjo-Kazooie single bingo. But coming up next, we have Nier Automata and a lockout bingo between Moranium and Game Commander. After that, Otogi, Myth of Demons, and later still, Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon. It's going to be a bodacious evening of bingo that we are sharing with you. The efforts of many runners, hosts, tech folks behind the scenes, and organizers, all to support Fred Hutch and their mission to find cures for cancer, to find cures for HIV, and to find cures and solutions to COVID-19. Thank you all for joining us. But for now, we're going to kick it off to Moranium and Game Commander for Nier Automata Lockout Bingo in just a few short seconds. Don't go anywhere.